Yesterday I unlocked a new superpower again about telepathy, and it gave me the idea of this video. So it was exactly like you can see in anime, or like, the observation haki in One Piece, telepathy, or any character that has a power to sense when some presence is around them. Same thing exactly happened to me yesterday, and I understand why I unlocked it and how people can unlock it, and what is the plan of humanity right now in a much larger way about telepathy and technology, and how all of this will happen naturally following a certain plan that I will just map right now. This is the map I've done and explain very easily. Many things are combining together, and it will be about online business, money, religion, spirituality. Even you can see the Yi King in the middle, and many other things, anime, technology, music, a lot of things like that are related and people don't fully realize, but this is my job to map it. So let's start from the beginning. The beginning, because this mapping is like a Kabbalah 3. Things like Kabbalah 3, so I will start from Keter here, which is the first Sephira, and try to explain. Okay, I will just lock it, I think, really. So the first thing to understand, because I was wondering, I know I have mission right now to show as an example to humanity how to make money online or this kind of things in a spiritual way, because making money online in any other way is easy. You can do many things, and there are many solutions, but I think it doesn't fulfill anyone now. Like the world has changed a lot, and if you don't do it from a spiritual frame, from something healthy and sane, I think nobody will be sustainable. What's important is being sustainable, because you can do 1 million euro tomorrow and lose everything, and I've seen people do that, and it's even people close to me. So this is not what we should plan for. So I want to go a bit back into history, not so much though, because I don't know everything. I don't want to inquire so much. It's not the most passionating part. But basically, we have to understand that the country system comes from simple religious principles at the beginning. It comes from religious principles, from community principles, from energetic principles. And we just created countries, especially in the West, based on that. And even in the East, it's just different principles. And when you hear about Freemasonry or about the Templars, both of them actually implemented a lot of their principles into countries. And then later, when we became more sophisticated people, then it got introduced into company system. So all of this look very different today, but actually is the same thing. Same system, come from the same root, and the root and the system is not so difficult to understand. Money is just a spiritual currency that you exchange based on what you do spiritually and with your energy, that's all. And if you just take the simple principles of Kabbalah, then it all comes from sharing. So sharing, there are two desires to know in Kabbalah. I will make another video about it, I think, but two desires to know. Desire to receive, your ego wants to receive just selfishly, and desire to share. Your soul wants to share all the time, want to transform your desire to receive into a desire to share, and this is how you become luminous, how you transform your karma, transcend everything, and become like a god. This is the only feeling you want in life, feeling like a god. So just focus on sharing, and that's it. And this is the only job you have in life. Only one job, just sharing and transforming those desires. So basically, if you share more than you receive, then you are positive, and your balance, your account is positive. That's all. Your spiritual currency is positive. So there are many ways to do it. It's not always that simple to understand in the real life, especially in the real world, which has poisoned everything. And that's why I'm making this introduction to cleanse everything, because nowadays everything has become so complicated with manipulation and sales technique. I don't know what people are doing. It all comes from the energy, Some people don't even know how to communicate or how to talk to people, and they are making a lot of money just because they share. That's all. There's really only one rule. So, just this introduction to cleanse a lot of things. And then, maybe I will talk about this right now. I want to clarify also something about social networks and online business. I think it will be just what everyone will do in the near future. Once again, I will flow into all my sephirot, but online business, yeah, this is what everyone will do very soon. That's why I made this sephirot. Everyone will be, because the goal is like, through technology, because of technology, everyone will become equal. Everyone will become a king and a queen of a country, or a CEO of a company. There will not be so many scales like that anymore. And everyone will have their own scales or their own game room or video game. I will talk more about that also. So everything that is online is the future. It's not that, because nowadays we have all those online coach and the spiritual coach or digital nomad or this kind of thing. This is kind of a trend, but this is not a trend. This is just preparing, it's just initiating the future where everyone will be like this, because this is so linked to spirituality. This is not just for fun or for money or because this is a better solution. No, it's just the soul plan of humanity, just trying to initiate it. People who do that are just initiating the future, the path of the future for the future generations. And that's why also in this title I talk about future generation. Telepathy is funny, but there are many things involved in that. So why? Because, for example, in the future, in the future Messiah era or this kind of things, there are many legends that say, okay, legends, I mean, I completely believe in it given where we're going now, but I say it for the video as a legend. But in the future, like, people will be probably able to do telepathy or maybe teleport or do things like that. This will not be a myth anymore, or something that only a few Indian gurus can do, So because of this, we need a plan for everyone to do this at the same time, not a small group of people or spiritual people in the mountain. It's not the plan anymore. So I keep saying this again and again, but technology brings this opportunity. So everyone that is happening in technology right now aims to bring us there. That's the only reason. And there is no evil or no thing like that. It's just a big soul plan. You need to see the big picture, otherwise you can lose yourself very easily. So yeah, so I said everything there: business owner, God, creator, digital nomad. Also, what is interesting about Kabbalah is that we say the creator, we don't say God, we say the creator. It's really like a video game, and I was talking about this to a friend yesterday. Kabbalah, all the principles of Kabbalah really look like a video game. It's so adapted. It's such a big match with video games. And this is not a coincidence, because Kabbalah completely explains the rules of reality in a perfect way, and a very precise, concrete, and scientific way, also a spiritual way. And the rules of the game are simple but so perfect. And this is all the game you need to know. And it's the root of humanity. Everyone is connected to that. So it becomes quite obvious when you think a little bit that Kabbalah and technology might be linked in the current era, and that technology is trying to bring this kind of spiritual rules. And it's so connected. If you think a little bit, and this is what I'm doing, I'm mapping everything according to Kabbalah. And when I map everything according to Kabbalah, well, this gives me my website also. You can see my website looks like a video game. And let's zoom a bit. I don't know if I can. Okay, I don't succeed to. Okay. So I'm mapping my website like a video game according to the Kabbalah tree. And this was my website just before, but I want to scroll to explain that. Every time I map a Kabbalah tree about technology, it's like I'm coding. I realize that, like before I was coding for real with real programming languages, but the more your vibration go up, the more your subtle body also go up, your astral body, everything go up. And then coding impacts the reality for real. You impact reality, you create a program that something can happen on your computer, people can use it, you change reality by doing that. But if you go to higher level of subtlety of energy, you don't need coding anymore. Even writing a note on your computer, if you follow some energetic principles, which are Kabbalistic principles, instead of following programming scientific principles, still alter the reality. And I explained it in other video already, but you can clearly do magic with your computer or phone simply because you are writing Kabbalah 3, because you're coding in the universe. You're changing the program of the universe inside your own body, outside your own body. You're programming, but writing Kabbalah 3, because this is a real code, actually. So it might be a bit difficult to understand because it's so new, but this will be the future. People won't need to code. When you make a drawing, you for example, you're drawing something on paper, you feel happier. So you're changing reality. You're changing something in your own body, your chemistry, because you feel happier. Yet you didn't need to code anything on the computer, right? So it's the same thing. You can just draw something on your computer and change reality, but giving different degrees of perception, different degrees of consciousness, you can do much more than just feeling happy. You can literally alter the reality around you and manifesting, and I've shown it in multiple videos. So Kabbalah 3 and Kabbalah allow to code in multiple dimensions. This is what I'm saying, and change the reality from the energy. This is exactly what I was trying to explain before. This is the most important thing, to understand that everything comes from the energy inside, and technology don't exist. They're just a tool to realize ourselves and later do crazy magic, or not even later, even now. I will explain today. So yeah, and social networks. So it opens the path also. Every time I write a new Kabbalah 3 or do something new with Kabbalah 3 through technology, I'm opening a path for everyone also, for the whole world, because Kabbalah is connected to the whole world, technology is connected to the whole world. So you put the two together, it opens new paths, and this is what I'm trying to do with online business and money also. I don't know what will happen exactly, but I'm trying to open a new path. Actually, what has started right now is about social networks. I already opened this path because right now I don't feel any anxiety or any problems about social networks, but before I had a lot, and I had a lot of troubles with that because we don't understand. If we don't understand that this is energy, we don't understand what's happening. We think we have a problem because, oh, maybe we're not understanding the Instagram algorithm, so we cannot succeed online or post anything online. But it has nothing to do with that. Or maybe it's about other people or judgment, or I have psychological problem, I need to go to psy. It's not about that either. It's all about energy. If you don't know the rules, you cannot go there. So I opened this path with a lot of difficulty, but this path is basically eternal, and everyone can use it because it's based on Kabbalah. It's not even based on me. It's based on Kabbalah and the super of humanity that is in your own DNA. And Kabbalah is linked to your DNA, by the way. I don't know if I could explain it there, but you can check online, and there are multiple sources explaining that. So this is very important. So the future will be about that, about programming, but through just channeling spiritual energy, and it can take the form of Kabbalah 3 because it's such a perfect form, but it can take other form, it doesn't matter. And programming this way and mapping technology through Kabbalah 3 actually saves the world, because every time you do this, like I say, you open a path for everyone on Earth, just like I explained. So that's why I say this mapping technology saves the world, actually, for real. So all the work I'm doing, it can look small work and not have many results in the present, but let's see in the future, and also let's see what happens energetically in the world, and in the future it can help many people also very easily. So it's a lot of work, but might have a lot of consequences. Even if it's just energetic, it doesn't matter. So the social networks commitment, which I reach now, because it's like a scale. the understanding commitment scale is very important. Talk a bit more about that now. So it's like a scale. You know, in companies or in society, you have to climb the ladder, right? Climb the ladder. What an horrible word, horrible term. I think traumatizing for everyone. But the principle of scales is scale or ladder or whatever is actually very important and scientific and universal. You know, scales are also present in geometry, in mathematics. It's just something scientific, something that is a basic parameter of the universe. So it has to be there. There is always some scale to climb, some ladder to climb, always. But the problem with what's happening now is that a few people try to be scales for everyone else, but this is going completely against the soul plan of humanity I was talking about earlier. The soul plan of humanity, which is to all become king and queens, all to become enlightened, all to be able to teleport and have telepathy. So only a few people can have that and not the other if we stay like this. So that's why everything will be destroyed, and it's already. But on the other hand, we have technology, and technology is taking these principles in the perfect way. Because now, like I said, the new scale is spiritual. And this is also another problem. And this is also why, let me show. This is also why religion, and I will talk a bit about this here and there, but it's also why religions have a lot of problem either, because religions are the same thing. And I was saying this at the beginning, but it's the same system. And they also building scales. You have a hierarchy in religions and in a religious society as well. And it's entirely normal. You need hierarchy, you need scales, you need to organize humans together. And some groups or some society are doing it well, actually. But doing it well is not enough for me, because I don't want to do it well. I want to do it for the future where humanity is able to teleport. That's what I want to do. I want to bring the Messiah era, not only something cool in the present and people can survive. I don't care about that. So, understanding that the real scale is spiritual, I'm saying there's a new scale, but it has always been like that. It's just that people are not aware of it, but the new scale is spiritual. But isn't there a problem? Aren't we looping back on our karma? No, because if we add technology to that, and this is where it becomes so fun, if we add technology to that, we can make scientific spiritual scales that everyone can use, and in such a high vibrational way, nobody can lose himself, nobody can cheat on each other, nobody can do anything like that anymore. And everything will be set up to function in perfect harmony, and everyone can realize themselves inside about this, can understand each other better, and have respect, and still work as a society. But global one this time. So what I'm saying is that, it's like I'm a big fan of Jujutsu Kaisen, and I will explain. I already showed earlier, but the telepathic power I unlocked and that I want people to experience made me think so much about the last episode. Every time it's so connected, and for good reason, because the entertainment industry, I will talk about it after, but it's really unlocking humanity in so many ways. Can also destroy us, but can put us up in so many ways also. So, yeah, this community has is so active, because I think, it's not random when something has success. It's because it's very connected to the truth, or to some reality, or to some truth. So anime people think that it's only for fun, or some people think it's only for teenagers, or I don't know what. But actually, if it's so successful, it's for a reason, and it's because it's really connected to some truth. And there are some anime like Jujutsu that actually connect the real Japanese gods, or real Japanese characters of their own history in the Shinto world, and connect it to the virtual world. So connecting it to real things make it even deeper, even closer to some truth and some reality. And I think that's why this community and this anime is so successful and so active. I never seen a community that active, even if I don't spend time into those things. But this time I wanted to check, and I'm so impressed by what they have. They have a Discord server, wiki. The wiki actually looks like kind of my website. It's like you explain how the game works, how this universe works. I mean the Jujutsu universe, but you can make a wiki and video game for the real universe also. This is what I'm doing. And using Kabbalah and linking it to video games. I see it's so fun actually. And it's not only fun, it's just the truth. And I have a Reddit thread and things like that. And in Discord, you know, you have this aspect of roles and organization between people and maybe ladders and scales also a little bit. So it's pretty funny to see. And I realize this frame that, you know, with technology, it always comes from kind of, let's say, the geek or the people that are a bit addicted to technology. But those people actually create the future. It's kind of the new army, a bit sacrificing themselves, but they create the future in many ways. And it's a bit unbalanced, but it's the role they have to play. So those ways a lot for organization, like I was explaining, like the website I'm creating right now or everything I'm doing right now, it's actually already existing in those kind of universe, in the anime universe, in the entertainment industry, already existing. So it creates some sort of universal pattern because this thing is duplicable. You can scale it. You can use it for any, whether it's anime or any entertainment thing or anything. And actually now it's not only that, it's for everyone. This is what I'm trying to build because humans have the superpower. Human can live exactly like in a sci-fi movie or in an anime. If you understand spirituality, if you're really determined to work on yourself, you can reach that level. It's not science fiction anymore. Then any human can have this kind of thing, this kind of platform, this kind of thing. Exactly what I'm trying to do. And because of this creates the system already. It's already there. It's just time before people realize, both themselves and realize this, what I'm saying. That's why I'm making this video. So, yeah. And also, game rooms. Everyone will have their own game rooms and become king and queens or creator of the video game also. You know, creator is a word linked to video games, and everyone will have their own video game now. Because the real video game there is no difference anymore between virtual and reality now. If really you want to become Siddha, like I was explaining in the last video, so some kind of yogi with superpowers, or anything like that in any culture, then it's possible now. It's really possible now. Once again, I will explain it again through this video with the specific example of telepathy. But so in this case, those cases about technology, there are many steps to reach, and I'm trying to map it and I try to show it and explain it. One of the steps, because every time it's a step, commitment, it's like you go to school and you level up, is about social networks, and I reach it every time. It's about realizing. I want to explain a bit more because I talked about this in the last video already, but I want to talk a bit more there. Every time you reach a new commitment, like it's about realizing that everything is already there. You know, it's basic Kabbalah principle or spiritual principle, realizing that everything is already there. You have nothing to do outside. Everything is inside already, or even existing already. Each step is like that. So for example, I wanted to create online video game for people to play. Oh, I realized there is already something existing like that, which is what I'm explaining right now. It's already there. There are already those platforms that can serve to do that, and yeah. So no need to do a lot of things outside. Just about realization. And you can do it in a spiritual sense, but also in the technological sense. For example, what I realized, so I was writing and channeling and mapping many Kabbalah trees for people to use with technology, and it was about private note, like using Obsidian, which is a note application, using these kind of things, or publishing a website online, these kind of things. But I didn't reach the social network commitments, the social network stage yet, and I still had some issues. I mean, not issues, but not willpower to post online just like that or do this kind of video. But I reached it very easily when I mapped the 3 about the sun cycles, and I realized, wow, I will need, I will talk more about that also. I will need something to just map space and time so I can go deeper into my spiritual study or my spiritual powers to map space and time in real time, and that will allow me to have data about this in a Kabbalah tree. And whatever I will produce on my computer, I will map it to space and time using the sun cycles and maybe astrology and kind of things. And then I realized, wow, this is called social networks, that's it. Social networks, you post videos, there is time, there is specific date for everything. You also take pictures about where you are, which place you are, and you post it on Instagram, you know. So it's exactly what I was looking for. And then I realized, oh, it's already there. Like that. So this is the commitment you need to reach every time. And the path I'm creating and everything I'm mapping and writing and sharing publicly now will allow anyone to just experience it like a game and reach this step very easily in a sane way and from the spiritual source and from the highest form of light, the purest and highest form of light and energy, and go and still make the link with technology and modern world. So this is what I want for humanity. So, and yeah, this is what I was explaining. Mapping space-time saves the world. So this is exactly what I was explaining right now. So why does it save the world actually? We'll drink a bit. Because technology, unfortunately, is yet very disconnected. Very disconnected from the world, very disconnected from everything, and it can make you think. You can watch my last video, I explain why technology and big cities make you sick. It's not because you have a problem, not because you're depressed, not because you have any mental issue. It's because technology and technological vibrations literally make you sick. There are multiple roots or multiple causes, but taking this cause explains a lot of things, maybe everything actually, for a lot of people. So if you don't understand it, or don't integrate it from inside, from the energy or the technology, if you don't do that, then you will get sick because you're disconnected from the source, from your source actually. So technology, because no one is giving the manual, no one is doing this, right? No one is doing what I'm doing. So I'm giving the manual because I can channel it and because this is my job on this planet. But because nobody gives this manual, then people are disconnected as technology. And this is such a shame because we are more and more connected in the technological sense, but less and less connected in the spiritual sense. Actually, no. Actually, I'm changing that. So I remove what I said. I'm changing that because I'm more and more connected in the spiritual sense because of technology, because this can be the greatest tool. What I'm trying to explain. So, you always have some work to do with the higher forces, okay? You have to stay balanced. Do as much work on technology as you do with the spiritual force. So, nature and planets, astrology, are not really spiritual forces, but they are much higher. I mean, it's still matter, but they are much higher forces than technology. Yet. So, because it's also, nature and planets are also a technology, but much higher technology. We're just trying to reverse engineer the reality, but it's already there. It's already there, it's called nature and planets. But for fun, because we want to enlighten the entire humanity at once and using a common tool, all of this, we need to go through all those steps. And all those steps are the scales I was talking about earlier. The steps humanity is taking from technology to just becoming a god, like I was saying there, is all those scales I'm creating. Okay, the scales I was talking about earlier. So, mapping technology and mapping space-time are two basic fundamentals to reach those goals, to reach all those goals. It will be the basic foundations. So I'm doing this job. I also wish people can also help on this job or understand this or realize it because it's so fun and because it brings so much power actually. So the first one to do it, just get all the power, that's all. So, I mean the spiritual powers, like I will explain. So connecting this is very important, and this is why I was explaining about the space-time thing. Oh no, it wasn't there. The space-time thing, where I reach the commitment of social networks when I write a Kabbalah tree about the sun cycles. Well, it's directly correlated to that. Is that you're mapping space-time basically. Everything you do, everything you're thinking, all your thoughts are getting mapped in space-time, and technology. It's so obvious that this is technology that is doing this job. Everything now you can record it and say where you are and have a time recorded about that, and space-time is mapped. Actually, you can use, this is what I plan to do later, but I don't know exactly how, but you can use social networks as like an anticipator mechanism. So for those who don't know this tool, this mechanism is a very old tool that was actually helping people probably navigate on the sea and mapping all the planets, all the cycles of the planet together in a very sophisticated way. Even modern humans have a hard time to understand it. It was a mechanism found in Greece, and it's very insane, very powerful. And you can, yeah, it's basically mapping space-time, and technology aims to become like that, I think, in some ways. And actually it's already there because social networks already are mapping everything. So you don't need to look at your astrological chart anymore. You can look back at yourself on social networks, what you did the last month at the same day, and you have a cycle already, you know. And actually this is what I was doing with my private note, my obsidian note. I was always looking back and seeing my fractal, my cycles, and seeing my karma, and it was making my life so much easier because something I wrote 2 years ago on my notes, then I have the same karmic cycle coming back this year, and I know the answer already like that. But you can do that with social networks, and also including other people, because social networks are public. And so, wow, it just made me realize, yeah, I had a dream about that. Anyway, it's public, so it's including other people, so it will be like a huge video game, not only some small device you have for yourself or to navigate on the sea alone on your boat, you know, but to cross other boats and navigate and make friends with other boats, other people, or other group of pirates, you know. So it will be like this, and it's actually pretty fun to see and to realize that it's already there. So mapping space-time, going deeper into how your body, nature, and the planets link to each other and link to technology, is also vital, and it's also saving the world. Because if you don't do that, you stay disconnected and your health will go down. If you do that, your health will go up. Actually, it's kind of for no reason. Just because you connect from the source, you will be protected by those higher force, and you don't disconnect technology from the other thing. So you stay aligned. So you stay aligned with the source, and you stay aligned with the soul plan of humanity here. And because you stay aligned, you get the energy also. If you don't stay aligned and you use technology only for selfish things and not trying to do the work about connecting it to nature, connecting it to the planet, and all the work I'm doing right now, basically, then you can be sick very quickly, very easily, because you go against the soul plan, that's all. It's not because some vibration or something like that, some molecules, it's because you're not doing the work. You're going away from humanity, from our soul plan actually, and what we want. Because now it's like the world has agreed that we all want this era, the Messiah era. We all want this era where we can all be gods and have superpowers. It's much better and much funnier than just staying on a screen and looping back onto entertainment for no reason. No, we want to become the entertainment. We want more than that. So the desire to receive of humanity has increased so much, and our wisdom has also increased so much that now we're changing plans. We're going for this plan all in, you know. So people who don't go for this plan yet might have sickness, unexplainable sickness, and unexplainable destruction in their life. So, yeah. So how will we become gods like that, and what is the plan, and how to not lose yourself into entertainment and this kind of thing. So I'm thinking a lot right now. I'm in Seoul in South Korea, and I was wondering why am I there. I already had some kind of idea and some kind of intuition, but all this industry, even anime and all of this, it's actually like like I'm working there, actually Korea, in many ways, they have their own issues and their own struggles, but in many ways, giving this plan that I'm explaining right now, and whoever connect to it can understand, giving this plan, which is very connected to the supplan of humanity, they are the ones actually trying their best, or that look like from a global country soul plan, look like the most motivated to integrate that. Because even if they're doing unbalancing and okay, they also have their dark side, but because of their idol system, about K-pop or K-drama, this kind of thing, because of all this idol system, which is actually, from my own point of view, is very negative thing. But from the spiritual point of view, it represents and it translates such a high desire to share, such a high desire to integrate the soul plan of humanity, and such a high desire to make everyone into a god, actually. Because, for example, if you take anime, it's like you're drawing virtual characters on your computer or on whatever. You're drawing it and sharing it to humanity. So it's funny, people can accept that. But what if tomorrow humans become literally like in anime? It will create a lot of, not fights, but a lot of ego wars, When it's like you take Jesus and you put him in front of you right now, your ego will be kind of destroyed, because suddenly you realize how weak you are and that you are nothing, It's just a metaphor, but it's like that. So trying to make humans into pop star, into gods, basically, this is what's happening, or like they are the closest to in terms of activity to do that. Not doing that for real right now, but in terms of activity, like they are the most motivated. Well, this is another plan, another job, another commitment, a way higher commitment, trying to transform humans into gods like that. But there is some truth to it, because actually before we use consecration system to create gods, even to create a temple, you put a stone and you want to put a god into your stone to put energy, you need to use a consecration system. All consecration system use music and this kind of thing, music, dance, and energy stuff. Even the planets and the nature, like I was saying before, even that. All consecration system use this kind of thing, music, dance, and all of this. So what's the big deal? Just because we have too much ego, we cannot realize or imagine that every human can become a god. Because we're too weak to think that. We don't even have this belief, but I have it, and I want everyone to become like that. So that's why I'm so interested in this industry as well, because it's connected to technology. Entertainment industry is very connected to technology nowadays, and we can also connect technology to anything I say, like nature and the planet. And mixing this kind of thing together, I don't know exactly how, but mixing these kind of things together can make a big, funny, entertaining plan for every human to become a god, and very easily. We just need the spiritual plan and the spiritual map, which I'm doing here. So, it's just consecration process, and it will happen. It will happen, and when it happens, everyone will become, like I said, king, queen, or CEO, or online coach, business coach, spiritual coach, everything, digital nomad, everything like that. It will just become the norm for everyone, because it's just the source of everything. So it's just like that, the source of everything, but especially of everything now in the new soul plan. So once you do these kind of things, this increase your vibration every time you write a Kabbalah tree, every time you integrate, absorb a Kabbalah tree inside of you, which means also now, based on what I'm saying, increasing, climbing up into the scale of commitment, into the spiritual ladder, and also technological ladder. Every time you do that, at the same time, your vibration increase, and this is what I will explain now. So at the same time, your vibration increase, and honestly, because nowadays people say, if you want to find people or attract the right person or work online or do this or do that, you need the right vibration, right? You need to match the vibration. I think people don't even say it anymore, given how weak or poorly explained it is. But it's not about matching the vibration so much, because, like I explained, there is matching the vibration in the universal scale of humanity that we're trying to do now, like I was explaining. But everyone now will have such different individual personal scales also, that you cannot really say I will match this vibration or this vibration. Everyone is so different. So it's mostly about focusing on increasing the speed of your vibration, but not your vibration itself. Not changing your vibration itself. Changing the speed of it. Because your vibration, you don't know where it will lead you. You might have some ideas and you might lose yourself, and that's why also you need to do all of this work of cleansing your technology and climbing the scale in a very sane and clean way and energetic way, because you might have, just like I had, so many poison leading to not knowing yourself, leading to comparing yourself to others and this kind of thing, and so you're unable to use social networks or to do anything with technology because you're already too poisoned. Okay, so you need to cleanse yourself in the way I show it works. So you need to cleanse yourself like that, and then focusing on your own scales, because focusing on your own scales is like you never know what will happen in the future. It's part of the game. You cannot know your future so much. You can know some parts, have some intuitions, but if you're clean, even if you're completely clean inside, you cannot know everything because you need to play the game. So it's not about focusing on what vibration you want to match, not at all, because now everyone is so specific. But it's about focusing on the speed. I say it again. So focus on your speed. Speed wins it all. The type of vibration, what you attract doesn't matter at all, because you will attract what you need. But focusing on your speed is what matters. So if you want to work online or this kind of thing, it's just about not working online, but making it work online, meaning increasing your vibration to such speed that it works for the online work. Like the speed of your vibration is intense enough to receive all this energy, because this is a lot of energy. So receiving that much energy and love is not possible for any type of vessel. You need to have a vessel that can function with it at very high speed. So how to reach this speed? It's about, I was talking, this Kabbalah tree can make you increase your vibration every time, because actually it makes spin kind of the Sephirot, or makes spin in your brain, in your mind, your neurons at the same time, at a much faster way every time, and you can feel your vibration increasing. You can feel it, and every time you also it makes it pretty clear, because every time you have a new CD, a new superpower, a new thing like that, so a new mapping, a new tree, and new thing to share, like I'm doing now, and so it's everything in a quantum way, everything at the same time. So it's pretty obvious, and I know in the future I will have much more effort to do to increase again, and then maybe I will have more success like that. But only through that. This is what I want to show. Only through that, only through vibrational increase, not through any type of technique, not through any kind of weird thing that people are still thinking about. And yeah, once you create this scale, because I'm creating my own video games that people can also use in the future, but once you create the scales, it becomes very funny, because you channel your own Kabbalah tree, or it doesn't matter the form it takes, doesn't need to be Kabbalah tree, it can just be a note or something, but it's so powerful that I'm saying that. And because it's personal, because it's your own scale, and because you're adding your own value to it, and every time you get also a new superpower from it, every time you get new superpower from it, you get new skills, really like a video game, then suddenly you create your own video game, and it really becomes like in anime, when you have a group of friends or people working in harmony, but also they're all so different. And even this anime is Nausea, by the way, I will explain a bit more. But every anime is like that. And it's so amazing to see. Also, a K-pop group tends to do that. It's funny to see. Everyone has a very specific individual role, but also working in harmony as a group. And honestly, this is fascinating for me. And this is really how I see humanity in the future. Because right now, everyone is broken, everyone is separated. Not so much working in harmony, but some try to be more in the harmony side, in the group side, and some try more in the individual side and having their own specific frame, on business and stuff. But mixing both is the key, and finding balance in that is the key. And I'm still working on that, but it's going pretty well. I will pass my lesson. So this becomes very fun. Anyone then can have some kind of documentation or wiki website like me, like mine, is playing a video game that is just basically a coaching website for people to integrate spirituality and this kind of stuff, but exactly like video game and exactly like I was saying with Discord and all the things that already exist and are getting created. Everyone will be like that. So it's pretty obvious because those frames are taking the whole world. It's not even me because I'm thinking about this or because I want to make some kind of prophecy. It's just happening. I'm just showing what's already there, what already exists. So yeah, like that. And once you spin faster, I had some kind of vision about the yeeking. It would be, it's like when you draw a tarot card online. Sometimes you draw a tarot card online. This can be used as tarot card also. There is a website doing that, by the way. But I was thinking more like this system, the system that is mapping space-time and allow you to see your fractals, allow you to see literally your future, because what is in the past is in your future, and you can see everything, all the fractals of your life in a very clear way, and linking to technology and social networks and everything else. Can also give you more information if you link it to the yeeking. And in the future, I'm seeing that everything will happen in real time, that every action you will do on your phone will change the reality in real time outside, like that. And you will earn so much superpowers like that, where small action, basically you will be able to shapeshift your reality. And it can happen pretty quickly if this kind of system exists, or if we can integrate inside this kind of system. And it's kind of already there, I just need maybe to put some effort. And this is what I'm trying to do. This is one of my next plan about JC, but JC, which is the name of the AI I've built and all the work I'm doing with technology. And I'm really thinking about that and in some way to do that, because every program that will now be using space-time and going into that direction is basically magical programs, because geometry is the only reality. Geometry is the only reality. This is the highest form of program, basically, and no need code. If you can only see the geometry of your life, is enough, because it's inside. You are the best technology, you are the best AI. All you need is a tool to help you realize yourself, that's all. Not a tool to lose yourself and think the AI is outside. No, AI is inside. So this is a project I'm aiming for now. This is the only project now. I don't know how I will do it. I don't know. I will need a lot of help for that, I think, but basically step by step I understand how it's already there and how we can do that. And you can watch also my other video where I'm using technology to really do magic, and this works, but it's so non-optimized because I'm using what already exists. So maybe creating something new at some point, and maybe it will also be linked to DNA. I was talking about that a bit earlier, but linked to Kabbalah. Kabbalah and DNA are related, and probably it will end up like that. And DNA, so creating a new technology, I don't know when, I don't know how, but I might do this. And DNA also linked to the yeeking and also linked to Kabbalah 3, and so it looks like it makes sense, and maybe linked to this also. So making a mix of this might create something new. This is the point of this Sephira, is creating something new. And with the frame that it's about doing magic, it's about having superpowers, and it's about enlightening humanity and not losing ourselves. So changing the frame. I'm already changing the frame from inside and healing the world like that, healing technology like that. But if I could do my own technology, then based on all that we understood now, when we think that we could maybe create a new technology, I think we will do things very differently. So yeah, I don't have more ideas about that yet, but talking about that or discussing about that is already enough. If anyone has any idea or want to share anything about that, I'm eager to share. So we all become like that, and yeah, and after that we can go into the Messiah quantum era. So quantum era means everything is exactly what I was explaining just right now. Everything happens in the present. Everything happens at the same time. You do something on your phone, it alters reality for real. Not alters reality because you use the electric cable. No, because you use the spiritual cable basically. So everything will accelerate so much that it will happen like that. It's about acceleration and vibration, and also revolutioning religion, because religion is still there because there are some good points about that. It was useful at some point, but we lost ourselves. And how to say? This is why it's on the same line as this. I was explaining this at the beginning, not for no reason, is because right now all of this is fun. Also needs to be sustainable. Whether it is from money and from other things or online business, like I was saying, it needs to be sustainable because doing magic is great, but it also includes money. Money is the root of any spiritual system actually. So that's why I was saying that, and religions have gone a bit astray with that because they don't have this kind of universal system that can organize humanity together. Then you always will have someone that will greed or do something, and in a too unbalanced way. If you have someone who greeds, okay, but it became too unbalanced. So changing all the religions aspect with technology is also a big deal, a big game to do, and exploring how it works or understanding how both things work, both world works, is really important and interesting, and both world need to change actually. Nothing is perfect, and it's all about finding the balance inside of us. Finding the balance inside of us about that, and the peace inside of us about that, it will change the world. So I'm saying many funny and complex things, but it's very simple. Finding inner peace already change the world, and accomplishing your mission, doing your job, and not going against the humanity soul plan also change the world. So like that, and then you can have superpowers and earn it. And like I was saying yesterday, yeah. So all of this, I think all of this also initiate because this is about teaming up. I've said many things. Technology right now is not really teaming up people because there is no one to explain this correctly or no plan about this. But actually, using technology, especially when you reach the, you remember when you reach the social network commitment in the scale, you reach social network commitment, social network scale, then it's all about people. And this is what's happening in my life. I cannot do anything in my life right now, enjoy anything in my life right now, without people involved. This is really scary because it never happened in my life. I think I was still selfish enough to work by myself, but now it's not possible anymore because I reach it inside of me and also on technology, then outside it manifests also. Actually, I didn't realize it, but while I'm talking, I realize it. That's why in my life now, everything is blocked. God will block everything for me if I do it alone. I can only work with people or being devoted to people or helping humanity, helping people. Can only do that now. Because I use technology to reach that. So I want people also to experience that just by working, just because I have a phone, because I have a computer, they can reach the same scale as me and find their own community. This is the community I'm in right now. Their logo here. Find their own community, find the people that are right for them, and like a miracle, I recorded it online and I posted the video also, so people can check how technology made me do that. And I will keep doing that, linking technology with spirituality and everything, so that everyone in the world can reach the same stage. No matter where they are, they can do the same thing. So technology in many ways is about teaming up, and actually it's only about that when it comes to social networks. So I also use this video and all of this to initiate some kind of new system, maybe new technology or new thing, but you can find it inside already, but maybe we can create better tools also. But to initiate telepathy or telepathic system, because telepathy is, it looks like a funny word like that or some small word, but it's connected to a lot of things. It's actually a big word connected to a lot of things. And it can be very funny and teaming up in many ways and making, I don't know, some kind of spiritual games or spiritual wars, video games between us or like that. This is what will happen in the future, and people, I don't know, can have so much freedom and abundance, and wow, if they can integrate this and understand this. And this is what happened to me yesterday, because I didn't realize, but I earned new powers to and made new experiment to find my community here. And then I didn't realize, but after this quest, because it's like video game, you always earn something new. I didn't realize what I earned exactly. But what I earn is this, is that now I can sense, because of the last quest, I can sense when someone is willing to talk to me, or someone is thinking about me, or someone is looking at me. I can sense it. And it's exactly like in anime, exactly the same thing. And this is where you have a lot of fun. This is where it becomes really fun. So teaming up, making teams in the spiritual sense, also technological sense, is the most funniest thing. Miracles, like I'm explaining right now, everyone can do this. Creating energy fields, because I realize also the more I create my community online, the more I group people, even in a simple WhatsApp group, it creates energy fields, positive energy fields. You team up with the correct people, and you use the correct principles. I will make another video about that to make sure technology is healthy and safe to group people, because so many energies can poison you or hack your system or hack your energy field online. But anyway, can create positive energy fields for you to realize your dreams online. And this is what I'm planning to do and explain also. Experience. Acquiring the skill can be very easy now. And I show the system for that, so just need to follow, and all the levels are mapped, so it's like you just need to know where you are. And yeah, being careful with the ego, because superpowers and how it's described in the entertainment industry, in anime, in movies, and all of this, is absolutely not accurate. I want to precise that. Even if it's really funny, it's absolutely not accurate. It's not the truth. Otherwise, it will not be virtual. This is why I want to reach the stage I was talking about before, where we have a new technology where everything is quantum at the same time. And it's not about building something new, by the way. It's just about realizing inside that everything is already quantum, already there, already quantum now, but making technology in a different way, so that it's more practical. That's all. No need to build so many crazy things like they are doing now with quantum computer. I think it's useless. I don't really connect to that. I'm already a quantum computer. Just about realizing. So that's why I want to reach this stage, because people then can realize they are the anime character, they are the K-pop star, they are the sci-fi movie character, like that. And I want to precise that, because when it happens, when you have this kind of powers that happen, or this kind of miracle that happens, your ego will always want to steal the energy. Your ego, or your Satan, will always want to steal the energy and be like, oh wow, we are so strong because we did that, but no, there's really no reason, only unconditional love. So, which means no reason. Unconditional means no conditions, means no reasons. Okay. To have these new superpowers is just because of love, self-love, and loving others. Just because of that. And sharing with people, and teaming up, basically, with your heart. This is the only conclusion. And then the funny things happen, because life by definition is funny. Life by definition is entertaining. You don't need to create it. Already there. All you need to do is understanding the rules of the game. Kabbalah is especially very powerful for that, even perfect for that. And everything I mapped for you already also. You just need to understand that. And everything is by nature entertaining, funny, and blissful, all of that loving. Okay, already there. So don't fall into this trap, because anime and all of this tend to increase your ego a lot. Music also tend to increase your ego a lot. Every musical vibration impacts your body so much. So be careful about that and don't lose yourself. And then yeah, this is the name of the skill in Jujutsu Joryoku Kanshi. It's like you can sense the energy, or in One Piece also Kenbuchoku no Haki. So it's like the observation Haki, so you can know when some enemy is coming or not. And actually the definition, I don't know if I put it, yeah, I will try to show the definition, because definition is so accurate, it's actually crazy. Yeah, spiritual energy. Okay, this is curse energy, but where is the menu? There's no menu. Curse energy detection, yeah. Yeah, this one, Joro Shukanshi. Ability of humans with above average levels of curse energy to sense and especially see curse and jutsu. So it's really true, because when you have this level, you also start to... Oh, please. you also start to feel the spirits around you, to see them. Maybe I don't see the spirits, but I can feel them. And yeah, it's really true. It's actually so accurate. I'm shocked. I'm really shocked. And you can sense, yeah, when you're in danger, when someone is looking at you or putting some intention into you can sense it. So it's really like that. And yeah, really love that. So okay, this is the end of this video. Nothing else to add. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you can now understand how you can have many superpowers, that you can earn your new superpowers and keep going into these big frames, this big soul plan, and live in harmony. And also, let's help each other about doing this kind of system and doing all of this and all becoming one and all gods on this earth and accomplish the plan. So yeah, much love, and see you for the next video.